Good morning, friends. And this is Akulmach. My name is Chandrakant. And as usual, when there is something new happening, for example, the Twitter blue tick has been removed yesterday, and suddenly the entire yesterday we saw the mental meltdown of so many professionals because suddenly they lost their blue tick as if it was a crown on their head. The blue tick is not there. However, blue tick is not gone completely. In fact, the verification program of Twitter has actually been enhanced. There are so many new features that are coming in, and we should embrace this. Although there are pros and cons of this model as well. This model of buying or paying for the blue tip is not entirely foolproof, but I think this can improve from here. So my attempt today in the morning is to explain how life will take shape now since the Bluetooth has been taken off. The verification which was allowed earlier for famous people has been taken off, and how we are supposed to use this platform like Twitter. So let's study on the main items. One is the blue tick itself. The blue tick was sort of a privilege, and it was given only to verified people. And when we talk about verification, it was basically done because of your network. So if you apply for a blue tick, I'm talking about the old system. Then if you are connected to some well-known people who have already got their blue tick, the chances are you will also get the blue tick. So this system, the old system, was mostly dependent on some sort of favor which you can gather from your network. So if your network has a lot of blue tick people, the chances are you will also get it, because you scratch my back, I scratch your back kind of thing was happening. Or in some way you can also say this was sort of a nepotism. That means if the people who don't know anything, they may be very smart, but they don't have a network, they are not connected with the political class or famous people, they will never get blue tick in the old model. And then once you are verified, then a blue tick, as part of blue tick, you also used to get that nobody can impersonate you, and that was one great feature of Twitter. However, going forward, that blue tick verification has been made paid. So you got to pay. If you want blue tick, you got to pay. And in addition to making the payment, you will also get additional features, things like you will you can get a longer text slot if you are a blue tick user. So you will be able to convey or write longer tweets. Instead of just writing in some 200 words, you can write them in 400 words. So I think the more area has been provided if you buy the blue tick. Also, you can actually create your videos in 1080p. So people who are actually doing video marketing and those kind of activities, this is going to change the game, because now you will get the benefit of the blue tick, which was anti in personification of your profile. That means nobody can become you and start taking your identity. You will also get additional features of being able to convey your message in a longer, you will be able to make a longer tweet. At the same time, you will be allowed to create a much richer video as part of the blue tick. But I think we need to understand why this meltdown is happening, why people are fearing that, oh, I have lost some privilege because I've lost the verified blue tick account and now I have to pay. The biggest challenge in the mind of the people is that if I have a blue tick in front of my profile name, people will get a feeling that, oh, this guy has paid the money and bought it. So what is so special? Earlier it used to be a privilege. Well, I think, in my opinion, this is a great move by Elon Musk, simply because he has created some sort of democracy. Because earlier it was the elitism. If you are part of a network, then only you will be selected as a blue tick. But this is now democracy. If you have the money and if you have the will, you can buy the blue tick. So it is now equal for everybody. Whoever you are, whoever, whichever part of the world, it doesn't matter, as long as you are willing to pay for additional services, additional privileges. Twitter will provide it. Unlike the older model where you had to know some people have to journalists and politicians and some CEOs, they have to know you. They have to basically say that, okay, I know this guy, and I verify, and then only you get blue tick. Now, there was another drawback in the old system, is that all kinds of people will get blue tick, and once you get blue tick, your tweets will have more weightage. That means that circulation of the tweet, there must be some algorithm, internal algorithm, which will allow your tweets to carry more weightage. And because of that, you can actually convey your ideologies in a much more and sort of a more pressure on the Twitter, and you can actually convey. Now, this can be used for good. This can also be used for bad. Mostly bad, because Twitter was instrumental in creating some sort of special behavior among people, and so on and so forth. So that was a downside of the old model. The positive side of the new model is that now it is equal for everybody. Everybody got to pay if they want blue tick. And in addition to just a tick mark in front of your profile, you get additional features, etc. So the worry of whether you will be impersonated is also taken care by Twitter, because you will get that as part of your payment plan if you actually go for blue tick. So when we talk about blue tick, it is something which is still available. It has not gone. It has come back with additional features. So as far as our usability is concerned, friends, I think we need to really understand that since Twitter is a platform which no longer survives on the advertising, you are getting into a more equal level play field, where now if you're a blue tick, there was a side business going on, side show, that since you are a blue tick guy, and if you basically advertise about a product, you can actually charge a certain amount outside the system, and for making that tweet. This was actually being done mostly about 80 to 90% cases, because you are a blue tick guy, you can influence. So all that will not have any relevance now, and Twitter platform will then advertise based on their advertising policy. So I think they are following more like a YouTube game plan, and that is a big change. So I think all of the people have to get into this mindset that there are no free lunch, and Twitter has to basically create a more homogeneous environment where there is no favoritism, there is no nepotism, there is no elitism. So all that is gone by just one strategic move of Twitter. However, blue tick is not the only end. In fact, if you go to your Twitter account today, you will see additional menu items on the left hand side of your menu, and there are other ticks which are available now at a higher cost, and those ticks are one is the orange tick, which is meant for organizations. So the amount of I was checking today before I started this live stream. For an orange tick, which is meant for organizations, you get a whole lot of features. You get tremendous business related features along with the orange tick, but the payment is huge. It's a monthly payment which is pretty steep. It runs into a few $100s, and if you look at India, it costs about 82,000 rupees a month. But you get a lot of other features, like you can create additional accounts, you can also promote your products and things like that. So as part of an organization, suppose you basically take an orange tick and you become an organization, you can run various campaigns on the Twitter platform, but the amount is quite heavy. I feel that the amount should be reduced in today's time, and time when the economy is basically trying to generate more money. So this, for an organization, this is quite heavy. Nevertheless, you have multiple choices of different kinds of ticks available on Twitter. You have blue tick, you got to pay for it. If you're an organization, if you're running a business, you can go for orange tick. But that is still not the end. There is also a gray tick, a gray Twitter, which is essentially meant for government organizations. So now, with all these different ticks which are available, the proper classification has happened on Twitter. So you are immediately identified that, look, I'm a government department, so whatever I basically tweet about is going to be related to policy, new citizen plans, new benefit that the government is going to provide to citizens. So it's very, very clear. And if you are a business, you would talk about business, you will talk about what is coming as a business. Are you going to advertise? So it's very clear. If you're a blue tick guy, then you'll basically talk about your opinion. So I think the market is divided into 3 segments on Twitter itself, which is I think bringing more clarity. And I think I welcome this, because maybe there will be another couple of ticks depending on the requirement. So right now, I think this is a right move, because a previous method of verification was mostly based on a certain class of people, and if you're not part of that class, you will never get it. So I think this is more democratized, and it is not favoring any nepotism. It is actually bringing equality. It is now it will bring some sanity into what Twitter was doing earlier, in terms of able to create a behavioral change among the masses. All that is now divided into subcategories, and based on what tick you have the authority to apply or use the Twitter platform for your own benefit, but you got to pay for it. So I think that's a big change. There may be new agreements, new user agreements as part of this different tech program that you need to read very carefully if you are actually opting in for any of those. So friends, what do you think about this change in policy of Twitter? I will be most eager to hear from you. Thanks for watching me this morning, and I will catch you again in the next business section on Akulmach. Bye and have a nice weekend.